and access. Okay.
All right, welcome everyone to what I believe is the first ever Capital District Motherhood Free Resources Fair, hosted by Greenbush Leche League and facilitated by me. Thanks for helping me put this event on, Cara.
You
And
got it.
all the presenters, but some of them couldn't be here today, so some of them I'll be presenting just in their place. This is basically a way for you to get a whole host of resources in your back pocket. Thank you for attending today, and we'll be talking about a variety of supports for mothers and new parents in the capital region of upstate New York, near the Albany, like Troy, basically Albany County, Rensselaer County, Schenectady County, and Saratoga County that we're aware of. And while this event is called the Motherhood Free Resources Fair, there will be several groups that support dads, non-birthing partners, and other supports like grandparents as well. So know that we are inclusive of all parent figures and the ones that support us with our littles, but we will be referring to moms in particular for this presentation. We hope you go home with many new things to speak about, and please support the groups on today's call by liking them on Facebook or Instagram, inviting your friends, or donating if you're able. Most of the groups are run by volunteers and they depend on donations to keep going. I would be so sad if any of them had to close their doors because we as moms and parents deserve all the help we can get in raising these beautiful little ones who will be our next generation.
Aw.
Next slide, we're gonna say a little bit about me. The reason why I'm doing this, I'm Lauren Keeley. I live in Brunswick, New York, which is in Rensselaer County or Troy, for those familiar. I have a husband named Walter and my 19-month-old son named Joey. I'm a licensed clinical social worker, or LCSW, by trade, and I currently work full-time from home for Fidelis Care Health Insurance. I had previously been a child and adolescent therapist and worked closely with parents as well. And prior to that, I did home visits for parents of toddlers. I'm a self-declared extrovert who loves meeting new people, staying active, and I love supporting moms on their journey in parenthood. On the next slide, talks a little bit about a little housekeeping. As you may have seen when you log in, this meeting is being recorded, so it can be shared far and wide afterwards. Most Greenbush La Leche League meetings are not recorded for confidentiality reasons, but this one is obviously a little different in nature. So we do have an attendance survey that I put in the chat. You can sign in and we can send this presentation and video to you afterwards. We also have received a wonderful raffle prize for a free photo session with Nusser Photography. Thank you, Erica. So if you'd like to win, please sign in and mark that question yes to being here, and then yes on page 2 to enter the raffle. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat as we go, and there should be time at the end to ask our presenters your questions directly if you stick around until the end. We're going to start off with our host, Greenbush La Leche League, to talk about their lactation breastfeeding support groups, and I believe that Capital Region Baby Cafes is on deck. Take it away, Cara.
Thank you so much, Lauren. First of all, before I even go into what La Leche League is and what we do, I just want to give a big shout out to Lauren for putting the whole thing together. She just had this brilliant idea, like there are so many free resources for parents in our area. And she's like, why don't we just compile them all? And I was like, you can do that because I don't have the bandwidth, but she took it and ran with it, and it's amazing. Like, I can't believe that 20 different resources have all come together. And yeah, so thank you so much, Lauren.
You're welcome. We did just get 21 today.
Oh, 21. Okay. So, you know, if I could, I would be applauding her if this were a live audience. I may be able to, are there reactions in Zoom where we can give her a little clappy hands or hearts or something? I don't know. But anyway, so thank you, Lauren. With all that being said, my name is Cara. I am one of 5 volunteer leaders with Greenbush La Leche League. And La Leche League is an international organization. So we have groups all over the world. And it's a nonprofit group. All of our volunteers are parents who have nursed our babies. And we sort of understand how hard that can be, how isolating it can feel. And so we are all trained in breastfeeding support by La Leche League International. And then what do? We hold support group meetings. Our particular group, as you can see on the slide, we have at least 3, sometimes 4 meetings per month. And our meeting schedule is there. It's probably easiest, you don't have to remember this, just go on our website or on our Facebook group or on our Instagram page and you can see our schedule. But Meetings are really just groups of pregnant or nursing parents or both, where we just kind of address concerns, talk about what's going on in the current breastfeeding journey, and just support one another. So our group support groups happen quite often, and we always encourage people to come and ask whatever questions are on their mind at that time. However, if you have questions or concerns between meetings and you can't wait for the next meeting, our leaders are always available to answer your questions one-on-one. So on our website, we have links to each of the leaders' contact information, and you can call, text, email, Facebook Messenger, Instagram, DMs, whatever way you want to access us, we are there for you 24/7. And all of this is free. Any support that you need anytime. So you're up in the middle of the night, nursing a baby won't latch, you're freaking out, shoot us an email. One of us will get back to you within, a couple of hours. So that's what we're about. We just offer support and information about breastfeeding. And we also, all that being said, recognize that each parent is an expert on their own baby. And if you come to a meeting and you hear something that you're like, you know what, that's a great idea. I think that's going to work for my family. We encourage you to take that and use it. But if you hear something that you're like, oh no, that's not going to work. I'm exclusively pumping and she's talking about something else. We encourage you to leave that behind. So we call it, like Lauren put on the slide here, a buffet, where you take a big helping of what you think sounds good and you leave the rest. So that's all of that. And I believe that Baby Cafe is on deck.
Oh, Baby Cafe is next, but the one on
Okay.
the next group after that will be Rebecca Lombard of the Milk Mentor. So just kind of giving a heads up to where we're going. Is Chloe here to talk about baby cafes?
Yes, good morning, everyone.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
So I can just jump right in. So my name is Chloe Blaze. I am the Community Relations Liaison for St. Peter's Health Partners Community Health Programs. Through the Community Health Programs, we have a grant from the Department of Health. It's part of a Preventing Pediatric Obesity initiative. And one of the components of the grant is that we facilitate several chapters, so to speak, of Baby Cafe USA. So Baby Cafe USA is a free, informal breastfeeding support program. You don't necessarily need to be breastfeeding to join. You can be pregnant or you can be postpartum. The program is designed for people to receive professional, timely lactation support, as well as to create networks and communities. We know that motherhood and new parenthood in general can be very isolating. So the Baby Cafe model really puts emphasis on connection and community. So for the capital region, we operate several baby cafes in the area. We have one that's based in Albany. We have one in Troy. We have one in Schenectady. We have one in Petersburg and Stephentown, and then we do pop-ups in the greater capital region. Sometimes we'll be in Mechanicville. Sometimes we'll be in other areas in the capital region. So we're all over the place. Generally, our Albany meetings are on Thursdays from 11 to 1. Troy is Wednesdays from 12 to 2. Petersburg is the first and third Tuesday from 12:30 to 2:30. And then, like I said, we have pop-ups in Stephentown throughout the year. Additionally, we do have our subcontractors through Schenectady County Public Health Services that operate two of our baby cafes in Schenectady. And those are the first and third Monday of the month, as well as the second and fourth Tuesday of the month. And those happen at the Mount Pleasant Library on the first and third Monday, and the Phyllis Branch Library on the second and fourth Tuesday. So we're all over the place. And we also do have virtual meetings on the first and third Wednesday of the month. And yeah, we are staffed by two very qualified lactation support professionals who both have a long series of credentials for breastfeeding, but also have the personal lived experience of very unique breastfeeding stories. Both of our lactation support counselors at the Albany, Troy, and Petersburg locations, they both nursed all of their children. They are both mothers of four, and both of them nursed their children well into their fifth and sixth year of life. So we have the professional support as well as the personal experience from our professionals. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It is completely free and informal. You don't have to sign up. You don't have to provide any insurance information. There's no fee associated. You can just pop in, get whatever services you need to get, and leave if necessary. We always have refreshments. And if you're unable to join in person, like I said, we do have virtual options for all of the meetings, as well as a virtual evening Wednesday meetings. And if you're unable to meet during our meeting times, because we do know that they happen during work hours and not everybody has the privilege of being able to stay home all the time. Our lactation support professionals are pretty flexible about scheduling individual sessions if needed. So you can find us at Facebook and Instagram at Capital Region Baby Cafes. We also have our website. If you go to communityhealthprograms.org, it will take you to our St. Peter's Health Partners Community Health Programs website, where if you scroll down, you'll be able to see lactation support services. So I hope I didn't run through that too quickly. And if anybody has questions, I'll be sure to put my email in the chat. Thank you all for coming, and I really hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. And thank you to La Leche League for putting together this really amazing resource fair.
Thank you, Chloe. That's great. And I will just point out, I think that the some of the details on the slide are a little outdated. So after the presentation, definitely check out the PowerPoint when it's fully out. Cara might be working off of an old version of this because there was a couple additions made to this slide, I know. We have Rebecca LaBombard is up next, and then we're going to get into some baby wearing groups. So take it away, Rebecca.
Hi, everybody. I'm Becky. I offer lactation community circles twice a month. So one of the cornerstones of my practice is really building community and connection. So the first Friday of every month, I'm in Ballston Lake over at the Body Workshop from 12 to 2. And on the third Thursday of the month from 9:30 to 11:30, I'm at Empowered Midwifery Care in Delmar. Anybody is welcome to come. And I always make sure that I have my scale on hand. So anybody that might need to weigh their baby or to do a weighted feed, we'll have that set up for you. Nobody has to sign up. You can just come and show up. I always like a little heads up if you are coming so I can get a head count and make sure we have enough space. But if you just show up, that's fine. And really, it's very casual. So come as you are. If you need to leave, you leave. I think anybody that's joined us before would say the same. It's really warm and welcoming, and we're happy to have anyone that wants to join us for those.
Thank you, Becky. All right, we are going to get into our next category of resources, which is baby wearing. We've got two excellent baby wearing groups in the area. The first one up is Rachel Southworth of New York Baby Wearing.
Thanks, Lauren. So I am Rachel Southworth. I'm a baby wearing educator, and I volunteer with New York Baby Wearing. I'm currently serving as our president, but we're definitely looking for more volunteers if anyone's interested in helping support the organization. We meet in person here in Albany the last Sunday of the month and from 1 to 2:30. It's come whenever you need to. And we'll try to help you with whatever baby wearing needs you have, whether that's a carrier you currently have, if you want to learn more about different styles of carriers that might work for you. We welcome all caregivers, anyone who wants to wear a baby. So mom, dads, aunts, uncles, you name it, they can come and learn about it. We have a big Facebook group as well, about 2,000 members that are all ready to jump in and give you advice and things they've learned about baby wearing. So we encourage everyone to join that group, and that is where the most up-to-date event information will be as well. Like I said, we are looking for volunteers. If you're interested in learning more about baby wearing and possibly becoming an educator yourself, we do have that option through our organization. So all of our information is here on the slide, and our next meeting is tomorrow. So hopefully we'll see a few of you guys there. We meet at Keystone Physical Therapy right there off Wolf Road. So yeah, I think that's everything.
Thank you so much.
To see you guys out there.
I hope you have a great meeting tomorrow. I'm hoping I'll be able to make it. All right, and then we have Heather Tremblay Crotow of Sling Babies. So the whole title is Sling Babies of the Capital Region, but I couldn't fit that on the slide.
Yes, Heather and myself, this is Becky talking again. We run Sling Babies of the Capital District. We inherited it a little while ago, but the organization itself has been around for nearly 20 years. And we really pride ourselves on focusing on accessibility. So we try our hardest to have our meetings at public library spaces where anyone is available to come and on the bus line. We don't want transportation to be problematic for folks, so we really open our doors to anybody who wants to join us. Heather and I are both certified baby wearing educators, and we have 2 other volunteers that regularly help us, Shelby and Lauren, that come and meet us to help folks do some fits on people.
Heather, is there anything you wanted to add?
I think Becky did a great job. Yeah, we just love having everybody come in, and some people just come and sit and chat and visit, and dads come and all different types of families, and it's just really neat. And newborns to toddlers and kids, it's fun, and we have all sorts of carriers to try. We have, I think, nearly 80 carriers that we have in our library for people to come and try.
Do you guys know when your next meeting is going to be?
Yes, I just pulled that up. It's November 24th, and we're going to be at the Guilderland Public Library, and it's from 2 to 4. So the other thing Becky and I like to do is switch between weekdays, daytimes, and weekends, daytimes, and afternoons and things, so that anybody, whichever season of life they're in, whether they're stay at home or they're on maternity leave or they're working, that we kind of like encompass anybody's schedule.
Exactly. I totally get that.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. Is there anything else you want to say about baby wearing in the capital region? Or are you feeling good with sling babies?
Good. Yeah.
So incredible that we have 2 groups right in the capital district for people. There's just so much that can really impact folks' lives we're carrier mammals. We're meant to carry our babies. And so if we can support folks in that capacity to build closeness and attachment and give families more balance, I think that's really just a beautiful thing that we have here.
Thank you so much. I didn't find baby wearing myself until after I was almost out of the phase of baby wearing, but I'm glad that we have the groups as well.
It's not too late, Lauren. You should come to our next meeting.
Yes. Our next category is actually going to be birth support and postpartum. And I'm going to talk about the first one up, but the person on deck is Ariana Statlander. So you're going to be next up. But we have Amy Funaro of Empowered Birth 518. Is Amy on right now, or even Shannon able to present for her? I know Amy said she might be having something going on today. Take a peek. Nope, I think Amy was not able to make it. Shannon, are you on?
Hello, I'm here.
Thank you. Hi. Do you have a minute to talk about your?
Yeah, I can talk about it.
Both of you guys together, of course.
Yeah. I'm Shannon, and Amy and I are both certified teachers in New York State, and I'm currently a stay-at-home mom, and Amy is currently a teacher. We have both had successful VBACs with Lisa Preller at Empowered Midwifery Care. So together, we wanted to share our passion for birthing forward and really empowering families in the capital region to reframe the way that they think about their birth journey. And also we've expanded it now beyond VBAC to reframing the way that you think about parenting. And we wanted to provide resources to everyone in the capital region with kind of our own experiences and a shared safe space for everyone to share their experiences as well, because as many as have already said, parenting and going through pregnancy can sometimes be very isolating. And so we really want to uplift everyone and show them that there is a lot of support in the area. And I think that's what this this resource fair is really doing, and highlighting that there is so much support in the area. And so just bringing that information. So we meet on the second Saturday of every month at 9:30 to 10:30 at Empowered Midwifery Care. So you can reach out to us if you have any questions. We like to change up the different topics that we discuss, but we're really open to talking about anything. So we would love to have you join us.
Thank you, Shannon.
Thank you, Lauren.
Send me an email. I realize my slide doesn't say exactly what day and time. You have a regular schedule. So if you send me the exact like date and time, I'll update the PowerPoint to
Yeah,
reflect.
it's typically every Saturday unless we have something going on, or if there's a holiday. So during like the months of May and June, when it's Mother's Day weekend and Father's Day weekend, we switch it to the first Sunday of every month.
Okay, great. Next up, we're going to have Postpartum Support for Parents by Ariana Statlander, and Courtney Conley is on deck.
Hey everyone. So first I wanted to thank Lauren and Greenbush Leche League for putting this on. It's great to put some names and faces together and see what kind of a community we've got here in the Capital Region. So a little bit about myself. My name is Ariana Statlander, and I'm a stay-at-home mom of 3. I have a 6-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 2-year-old. And postpartum's been a very rocky experience. For the last 4 years, I've struggled on and off with postpartum depression, anxiety, and then postpartum rage as well. And you could say that journey kind of led me to creating Postpartum Support for Parents. Originally, it was created in collaboration with Lisa Preller. A couple of people, Becky and Shannon, mentioned her, of Empowered Midwifery Care. She's been amazing and has offered her space for us. So a little over a year ago, I formed Postpartum Support for Parents, and we meet the first Saturday from 10:30 to 12 at Empowered Midwifery Care. And it's come for as long as you like. And you know, if you need to leave, you can leave. You're not required to come and sit through every single meeting. It's just as you are needing it. And then I'm really excited that we've just had our first virtual meeting this past Monday. So those will be on Google Meets on the 3rd Monday of every month from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. And we had a good turnout this past week. And I'm really excited that it's becoming more accessible to parents who maybe can't get out on the weekends, you know, a weekend morning, or, you know, don't want to go out now that it's getting cold out, go out with their babies when it's cold and it's snowy. So we have those 2 options available. And our group is open to partners as well, and children are more than welcome to come. Registration is required just because I'm that type of person that likes a head count. So if you are looking to join our group, you can either email me. My email is on the slide, or we have an Instagram account as well. Our handle is at Embracing Postpartum. But really just our whole purpose in this group is to encourage and validate parents and build a community, because I think building a community is so very important when you're in this parenting journey. So yeah, thank you again to Lauren. Thank you to everybody who was listening. And I'll be more than happy to answer any questions if you have any after this.
Thank you so much. And anyone who's in the chat as a participant, feel free to put your questions in the chat, and the resources can maybe respond to you there. We hopefully will have time at the end, but we all know we got a little bit of a late start this morning too. So next up, we have Courtney Conley at Moms to Help Moms, and on deck is Molly Conway. Funny that you both have the same or similar last names, not the same.
Hi, everyone. I also want to thank Lauren and the Leche for not only putting this on, but letting me be a part of it. Similar to Ariana, I struggled really greatly with some postpartum. I had intense rage and anxiety, not really the depression at first, and I didn't know that those were such a prevalent emotions that you could have during that time. And I was placed on a 9-month wait list for a therapist, and my doctor kept trying to prescribe medication. So I created Moms to Help Moms, which is a free mentor program. It's kind of like Big Brothers Big Sisters. So you'd get paired up with another mom and kind of helps you along your journey. And you don't have to be postpartum. This could be while you're pregnant. Maybe you're a new mom and you're not sure kind of what's going on, and you don't want to talk to your family or friends, and you want someone that's non-biased. So it allows you to kind of have that form of support. I also have a Facebook, an Instagram, a TikTok, and a YouTube channel that kind of talks about those taboo things that people don't want to talk about in pregnancy, postpartum, and parenthood. Again, because people don't talk about the rough things, they only talk about the happy things. So it kind of allows that space and the comfort for a community to be able to be involved. This summer, I did hot mom walks. So getting outside and taking some walks and feeling kind of sexy and thriving. I will be doing those again in the summer, probably around the spring. I'll start them. It's just getting a little bit too cold for my liking. So I don't want to go outside, but I try to do different times because I know there's some stay-at-home moms and then there's some working moms. So there'll be a variety of times. And then I will be having a 6-week group session, which Lauren, I didn't tell you about this and I apologize. So I'll give you the information so you can put it on the slides. But I will be doing a 6-week program for moms about kind of finding your creative self and your self-identity after the holidays. This is completely free. You don't have to pay for it. You don't have to be a mom yet. You can be pregnant. You could be a foster mom. You could be any kind of mom. And it's just going to be working on embracing yourself and making sure that you're doing some self-care and learning about being a mom and also being a human still.
Awesome. That sounds wonderful, Courtney. Thank you so much. We're going to go on to, yes, Molly Conway. Oh, sorry. So the next slide should be, go back one slide, Cara, because we're missing. If it's possible, Molly Conway is going to talk about the body workshop PT. And I'm sorry that we don't have your slide right now. We have like an old version of the deck available. Are you here, Molly?
Hi, I'm Molly Conway. I own the Body Workshop Physical Therapy on exit 10 off the Northway. We have a lot of different postpartum groups that we offer. We've kind of created the groups based on the needs of some of our clients. The groups are completely donation based. We have one that's held every Friday. It's at the it's hosted
Community Circle
in the lactation. It's a lactation support group, and that's from 12 to 2 on the first Friday of the month. And then the third Saturday of the month is based on a postpartum support group for new parents to come and talk about everything postpartum. And it's really for the first year of life, and all moms and little people are all invited to that group to share the ups and downs and the positive experiences of motherhood. And that's affiliated with Hope Iron from Hope's mental health group that she and support workshops monthly, and that topic varies based on the needs of the moms, and those are all open to anyone in the capital region. And we've been trying to change it over to virtual, just making it easier for everyone. And if you go to my website, you're able to kind of get an idea of what's going on in regards to the different workshops we're holding each month, and you can just sign up via my website.
Thank you so much, Molly. I'm so sorry about the slide. I did want to point out that the birth preparation education class was with Tisha Graham, who was amazing. She was my doula. She's been in the field for forever, pretty much. And yeah, the Facebook, Instagram, website, and email address will be listed in our PowerPoint slide when we send it out afterwards. Next up, I think we have Simone McGinnis of Birthright Schenectady. She couldn't be here today, so I'm going to talk on her behalf. She gave me a call and talked about her group, which is a pregnancy resource center that supports moms and families from pregnancy until pretty much the first birthday, just because they can max out. They only have clothing up until size 2T and diapers up to size 6. But they provide the children with child materials, helping locate what they can't provide. And the services are always free, confidential, available to any woman, regardless of any conditions, race, age, circumstances, religion. It does say that they're a non-denominational pregnancy resource center, and they do self-administered pregnancy tests. They do take donations and help with maternity clothing, as well as take home from hospital bags for the baby being born, baby bundle of clothing and necessities to create relationships and a safe place for moms to come and chat and find resources. I do believe moms can come about once a month. But if they obviously need it more, they can certainly call and everything like that. They have a large binder of resources that can help them find something if they don't have it. and diapers and wipes, like I said, once a month, and coming to talk to someone just to be, and even though the volunteers might have some real religious affiliation, they are not, their only goal is to support moms in their pregnancies. So it's not, even though the title birthright tends to evoke some religious association, their group is not. Definitely visit their website and Facebook page and their phone number if you need to call for any reason. Next up, I think we should have Amy Finn, and Bellevue Hospital is going to be on deck, but I'll be honest, I'm pretty sure your slide's not in there quite yet. Amy, are you on?
Yes, I am. Hi, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much to Lauren and the group for having us. We are not local to the DC area, but we serve families nationwide. So while we're based out of Cleveland, Ohio, that's where our office resides. We serve families anywhere. So Project NICU is a organization that supports families that may be experiencing a journey through the neonatal intensive care unit. I am a former NICU mom myself, and I, understand firsthand that that journey can be very, very lonely, very scary, and seeing your child there, it can be you can feel very helpless. So our organization provides a lot of support directly to the parents through care packages. We offer virtual support groups online between 8 and 11 every month. So those are designed to support parents that are experiencing the NICU or on their NICU journey in the first year. So they could be bedside to 1 year removed. We also just have a general support group that supports families at any point in their journey. So you could even be 5, 6, 7 years removed from the NICU and recognizing that you need some support to kind of process through that journey. And so we have these support groups. They're led by veteran NICU parents. We also have some that are available to NICU grandparents, just for the dads, NICU families of color. And we are working on getting our first Spanish-speaking virtual support groups available. So those will be coming soon in 2025. We're very excited to add that. We also have a partnership with BetterHelp to help offer free mental health counseling for families that are experiencing the NICU. We understand that this is a barrier, financially and through insurance, and it's not always available for parents. And going through the NICU is a very traumatic experience. I was lucky enough to be able to have mental health counseling, and still to this day, I was diagnosed with PTSD after our experience. So it's really important that these services are available to families. So we offer 1 month free of virtual counseling through BetterHelp. And then we also have scholarships available if someone would like to continue those services past the 1 month. We also offer a parent mentorship program. So this links a current NICU parent with a veteran NICU parent who may have experienced a similar diagnosis or are looking at similar lengths of stay. And so, or their child was born at the same gestational age. So it's a great way for them to connect with somebody one-on-one and have that resource for them to text and call and just lean on to ask questions, especially as a first-time parent that may be experiencing the NICU. You might not know what questions to ask. And so having that mentor is a really great opportunity and service. We connect with our families majority of the time through our social media. So I encourage you, if you have NICU experience or if you know someone who has, obviously it's something that is very unexpected most of the time. So connect with us on social media. We're easy to find on Facebook and Instagram, just as at Project NICU. And we share stories and resources all the time. So thank you again for having us.
Thank you so much, Amy. The next resource, we're going to stay on this slide for a minute because we actually had Bellevue Hospital. We had some issues with, they submitted their resource to me a while back and I never got it. So we're just going to talk a little bit with Kelsey Munn Wilson about their prenatal education and postpartum support groups at Bellevue Hospital.
Hi, everybody. Thanks, Lauren, again for letting me jump in here. But I'm one of the lactation consultants, and I'm the manager of our community education department at Bellevue Women's Center. At Bellevue, we offer a handful of classes and support groups. You do not have to birth with us at Bellevue in order to take advantage of our education classes and support groups. We have an infant care class, a breastfeeding preparation class, prepared childbirth, which is taught by either Lamaze or Childbirth International educator. We have an infant safety and CPR class, which is the American Heart Association CPR. And we also have an introduction to pumping and exclusive pumping support class, along with a returning to work while breastfeeding class. Our postpartum support groups, we have our breastfeeding support group, which is every Tuesday. First Tuesday of the month is 6 to 8 p.m. Every other Tuesday in the month is 10 to noon. And that's run by our lactation department. And then we also have an after the loss support group for either miscarriage, stillbirth, or up to the first year of life support for the loss of an infant. At Bellevue, we also do have lactation services. We have a free phone triage that you can call us and get assistance. And then we do outpatient services. While you don't have to birth with us exclusively to take advantage of our lactation consultants, our Bellevue parents are put ahead of anyone else on our waiting list. So we do sometimes have availability to have anyone else in the Capital District join our outpatient services, especially if you're having issues with insurance at other locations. All of our classes and support groups can be found on our website at bellevuedelivers.com. And I'm going to put my email in the chat box as well if you have any questions that you can reach out to me. Thanks so much, Lauren, and the Greenbush Leche League for letting us join today.
Thank you so much. And we'll definitely get that slide out to everybody afterwards. I appreciate you being here. Next up is a whole big category. I think this is our biggest one of in-person and virtual playdates and support. And the person on deck is going to be Kyla Schmidt. I don't think she could be here yet, but I'm going to present first because I don't know. I'm here. I started a mom group when I was pregnant, and it's now grown to about 70 people. We don't always have 70 people attending, but just kind of an email list that I manage that invites people to a Google Meet call at least once a month. Usually we do like once a month on Google Meet, and once a month we do in person somewhere, or I'm trying to schedule times a second time in the month to be virtual. It's again trying to coordinate schedules. So if anyone has a specific time or date that they really want some mom tribe meetups, let me know. But yeah, we do some play dates. We meet at public locations like Little's Play Cafe or the Saratoga Children's Museum, or private locations like I held a play date at my house last month. It's free to all, and caregivers and support individuals are welcome. Older children are welcome. Pretty much anyone that's a mom, regardless of the age of your child, can come. And we just try to create a supportive environment to discuss struggles and successes. Again, I'm a licensed clinical social worker, so we have some, just support recommendations of like how to make sure that you're not giving advice when someone doesn't want advice, or how to manage the whole idea of giving away clothing when like you might want to get rid of stuff, but we try to deal with that off of the group if possible. I do have all of that written in my info and guidelines document on Google Docs, so definitely check that out if you're interested in joining and see if it would be a good fit for you. And I have a special edition. This Monday I decided to host a meet and greet with me, so 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Unfortunately, Google only lets us meet for 1 hour unless you have a paid plan. So that's this Monday. Just come on and meet me, ask any questions you have about the group, and decide if you would want to join. And you could email me or message me on Facebook as Lauren Keeley. Up on deck is Heather Tremblay-Croteau with another group of hers, but we're going to go to Kyla Schmidt. Mom Starts Here. She couldn't be here today because they're an organization. Like they work Monday to Friday. I'm glad she's taken some time off to herself. I'm pretty sure Kyla's not here, correct? There's someone named Kyla, but I think it's a different Kyla. All right, so Mom Starts Here. One of the main reasons why I wanted to create this resource fair, because I found them and a couple others in this group, and I was like, people need to know about this. This is awesome. So their main support is to walk with families along their pregnancy journey, provide support for internal and external needs of parents so they can be their best and have connected, loving relationships with their children. They have peer support groups and various events that are recommended for their pregnancy club members, but are open to anyone. So definitely go to their events page if you want to know more about, different supports that they're offering. They do have baby items and baby showers once a month. So if you either need support getting items, they actually celebrate the mom and have your family come and all of that. And then they have various locations around the capital region where you can kind of like check in, or like you go to their website and there's a map of where it's located to you. And so you could go and get some baby items, whether that's diapers and wipes or even other things. Like I know there's baby furniture that you can rent, like, or even borrow. I forget if it's borrowing or renting, but like some things are you have to be income or Medicaid eligible, but definitely check it out with them and see if you can get something like that. And the coolest thing is, besides the lactation support, which we've talked about a lot on this program, they do have a parent hotline, so you can call for any like immediate needs. And they have a website, Facebook, email, and they have an app, so you can like join the parent support groups on the app and kind of talk with other moms that way. On deck, we're going to have Sweta Bojack on deck, but for right now, we're going to talk about Fern Coffee Walk and Talk.
Thank you. Yeah, so I'm a doctor of physical therapy. I've specialized in sports and orthopedics for the majority of my career. And then after I had my son almost 8 years ago, I saw very plainly how little support there was. So I switched into doing pelvic floor, focusing pregnancy and postpartum. Started my own business a little over a year ago. And one of my biggest things, my values, was to like be a part of the community and offer something. So as somebody who loves to work out and exercise, I loved all these other groups, but like I wanted to like move too. So I'm like, why don't I just create what I need, right? That's what we all do, right? So I do this walk and talk. My office is in Del Mar. We're right down the street from a coffee shop, but it's right on the rail trail. So we all meet at the coffee shop. We walk about 20 minutes one direction on the rail trail and 20 minutes back, and parents wear their babies, or they have strollers, or if they have a little bit older kiddos, they do little balance bikes or scooters. So that's really fun. And then we head back to the coffee shop and get some coffee and sit and chat. And some parents, either they're really early in their postpartum journey, or they're just not feeling up for that walk. So they meet us there at the second hour of that walk or the meeting, and just join us for coffee. And I always have to leave at 2 to go get my son off the bus. But most of these moms and parents will stay with their littles and continue to chat. And that just like is so amazing. So yeah, so we meet once a month. And I will continue to do that throughout the winter, because I'm a believer that there's no bad weather, just bad clothes. So yeah, so we'll continue to do that. Maybe I'll walk by myself in the winter, but that's okay.
Did you say when your next one is? Is it every week or?
Oh, I don't think I've like looked at my schedule yet, but I try to do it like every 4 weeks, and I always do it on a Friday.
Okay. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thanks.
All right, we've got Sweta Bojack coming up next, and Ashley of Mama Mayhem is on deck.
Hey everyone, I hope you can see me and hear me. I'm actually driving, and I may have some network connectivity issues. Can you guys hear me fine?
We can hear you. If you need to pull over
Good,
or
great.
anything, just stay safe.
That's fine. No, my husband is driving right
okay.
now, so just I'm amazed at so many great resources that exist in our region. Like 3-4 years back when we got pregnant with our first one, I was not even aware of so many resources that were out there. So thank you, ladies, for just being there, helping out and building a community and supporting each other. I just created this Facebook page because we would keep asking on different groups, like what's happening, where's this event, or can we take our kids somewhere, can we do something somewhere. And I realized that there was no one spot for these events. So I just, out of like boredom, created this one group, and in almost 2 years it has ballooned up to like almost 8,000 plus members. Whatever family or kid events are available through Facebook pages, I post it out there. Some of them are paid, some of them are free, and you'll be amazed at how many free events are out there to take your littles. And the community does a fantastic job trying to create a space where kids can explore, learn, make new friends. So I do encourage you to check out or join this group if you haven't already done so, or spread the word. And I look forward to meeting you in some of these events then.
Thank you so much. I hope you're heading to a fun event now.
We're going to FASNY, the Firefighters Museum, trick-or-treating. I'm dressed as Luigi, my daughter is Peach, and my husband is Mario.
Oh, so sweet. Thank you so much for jumping on. I appreciate
And before I just go, one last thing. My first and foremost introduction to this mom community groups and everything was through Greenbush La Leche League. And Kara has been my trooper supporter for almost 3.5 years. She has whatever she said, right? You contact us, we'll be there, we'll be supporting you. That is 1000% true. And I couldn't have done my breastfeeding journey without Kara's support for sure. So hey Kara.
Thank you so much, Sweta. Definitely, I second that. Kara was
Yeah.
a great support for me still.
Yeah.
All right.
To both of you. It's really an honor and a pleasure to support you guys.
All right, we're going to jump up to Mama Mayhem 518 with Ashley, and I think Jess is there maybe too, but also on deck is Shannon DeGuy again for another group that she runs, because we can't just do one thing, we have to do a bunch.
Hi, good morning, ladies. First and foremost, thank you for inviting us here. Like, I feel so honored that we can be a part of this today. Yes, Jess and I are on. Our account is run by the four of us. We have been best friends for almost like 20 years, and we all have six babies under the age of 4. So we thought, like, why not start a page where we can create and post events for moms and families around the Capital Region. It's all on Instagram. We now have a Facebook page, and our email is right there. So we post events around the Capital Region, places to take your kids, playgrounds, kind of like based off season. Like, we posted trunk or treats, not so scary events, haunted events. Every Thursday we post our weekend plans. So it's kind of like your one-stop shop to find stuff to do with your kids. We also go around and post like reels of playgrounds, and just really kind of put all the information in one place. We hosted 2 playground meetups and an event at June Farms over the summer. Most recently, we did an event at Anglekey Farm. We had like a little pumpkin party. We do giveaways with local businesses. We are going to be doing one soon with Christmas Land to give away a family 4-pack of tickets. So really just like supporting moms and families and helping you create memories with your little ones. We post crafts and sometimes date night ideas, restaurants to go to that could be kid friendly, really just anything related to taking your kids out and like getting out and meeting new people. And really, we're all here for each other. We all have, I have 2 toddlers. Jess has a toddler and a newborn. Gina, her baby's going to be 1 in December. And Gigi's baby is 6 months old. Jess and I are teachers. Gigi is actually a former NICU nurse, and she's still a nurse. And Gina is a dental hygienist. So between the 4 of us, I feel like we were just like, we have so much to put out there. And we love that we have been getting so much support from the Capital Region. So again, thank you so much. And give us a follow on Instagram and Facebook. We are going to be planning something soon, either another playground meetup or maybe like some type of holiday event. So thank you. And thank you so much for having us here.
Thanks so much, Ashley. You guys are definitely like a power team right there. All 4 of you just kind of doing all these awesome things. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, we've got Shannon DeGuy talking about Sage Kinship Development, and up deck is the Niskayuna Moms Group.
Hello, I'm just going to make this short and sweet. I have to run to a soccer game really quick, but Shannon Dugay, and with Sage Kinship Development, it's kind of a passion project for me. I really enjoy reading a lot of research papers, and anytime I have questions about anything, I run to find all of the research papers I can find. I love to compile it and kind of analyze all the details. And so because I enjoy doing that, I thought I would love to share a lot of the resources that I compile for people. I try to post whenever I'm available on Instagram and Facebook, and I post a lot of the things that I do with my children at home and the things that we're doing around the area as well. So yeah, my background is in early childhood and childhood education. My master's work is in curriculum and instruction, and I have two minors in humanities and literacy as well. And then obviously you've heard I'm a La Leche League leader. I also do a support group through Empowered Midwifery Care. So Sage Kinship Development is kind of like all encompassing of a lot of my background knowledge and continuing to support families to thrive. That's kind of my mission with Sage Kinship Development. So thank you so much for having me. I gotta run.
Great. I'll just say to anyone listening that, you know, Shannon posted something that was like a topic that was interesting to me, but I was like, what about this? Have you thought about this? And she immediately made a post like the next day about it. So she's very responsive, and I'm glad that you were able to jump on and have a great soccer game.
Thank you. Bye, everyone. Thank you.
All right, we've got a couple of groups. I think the next couple are not going to be on themselves, but I will talk about them. Is Megan Gibbons possibly here? I don't believe she told me in advance she probably wasn't going to be. No, I don't see a Megan. Niska Moms group is run bi-weekly. It's a play group for Niska Unimoms. So I think you do have to live in the area. They're on meetup.com, which is, you know, a different platform. But they meet during the summer every week at a local playground, and join us every other week for play dates. Children usually range from 0 to 4, and you can find them on Facebook and Meetup. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to them there. The next group is Sarah Donnelly over at Cultivated Parenting. Sarah has a very good excuse for not being here. She just had, she's expecting her baby soon. If she had, I think she might have had her baby. Either way, she's on maternity leave. So congratulations to her. But she hosts Cultivated Parenting is primarily it's based off of like homeschooling group. So cultivating your children in that way. And she does host in-person and virtual play dates, virtual Bible studies, and virtual homeschool meetings and more. So she does have some content on her Instagram page related to this, and you can sign up for her email list to get information about the events that they're running in person. So like when they resume, I think they're resuming in January or when she's back from maternity leave. But right now it's mostly going to be just taking a little break, but helping develop and support resources for motherhood and for homeschooling. And the next resource, I think I might have heard back from Sarah from the Albany Family Life Center, but I found this on their website and it just seems so much better than putting it in a slide. So the First Years is at the Albany Family Life Center in Albany, New York. And it's an informal meeting for folks to come together, share peer-to-peer challenges and beauty of navigating our ever-changing role as we care for new babies in our lives. So there's a discussion and support and a trusting and accepted community space. Definitely go to their website if you want any more information. And look at that, we're already at 10 o'clock and we're almost through all of the main resources. I had to put this slide in because I see so many posts in various Facebook groups asking for, you know, basically describing some situations that are concerning. So I just wanted to set up the next slide talks about, you know, the suicide prevention lifeline or the domestic violence hotlines and the domestic violence resources in each county. There's also food resources like for SNAP, WIC, and the Regional Food Bank. One resource that's not on here that will be on the PowerPoint later is for diapers and wipes. Those are through the Mom Starts Here birth item network, as well as Birthrights Connectivity does have the diapers up to size 6. And then you have DSS, New York State of Health for health insurance, Social Security. I'm a health insurance person myself as where I work. So just trying to make sure everyone knows that there's like Legal Aid Society and there's a lifeline for a monthly telephone discount. So all of this stuff, if you like, Google is your friend. So if you need something, yes, it's okay to post in a mommy group, but it's also okay to just look it up online. And that's how I found a lot of these resources today, as I just looked up Mom Support Group, Albany, New York, or Capital Region, New York. And findhelp.com is also a really good thing. If you Google something, sometimes findhelp.com is the first resource that pops up. PSI, Courtney says, also has a 24/7 hotline for moms. So that's great. And another slide ahead talks about other free resources in the area. I hope that moms are just getting what they need from their family members and supports, but even if they don't, like, just go to those emergencies. I put as many library story times as I could. I know someone in the pre-registration had put in that they wanted library events that are after hours. I know that my library in Brunswick does run like paint and sips and other kinds of things after 5 p.m. I'm not sure how many of them are family friendly or friendly for kids, but these are a lot of family library story times. You can meet other moms that way and get your kids out of the house. And then the others not presented slide. That one's changed the most since Cara got this deck, but we have Healthy Schenectady Families is on the list. We have BirthNet, which is just another resource in the area. And then I like to put Sesame Street on there because they have so many topics that I found out. Like I worked with a kid that they had a parent that was incarcerated. They have topics, they have videos about that. They have topics on divorce and other free courses for moms to take and parents to take. I made all of these into a pregnancy, baby, motherhood resources list. And the two that I want to mention today was that there's something called a Parents Helping Parents group out in Western Mass. So close to us, but not really on in our region, but they offer support groups and a parent stress line. I'm gonna try to put that in the chat if anyone's curious, but that just sounds really interesting to me that you can kind of call if you need to talk to someone. And there's also something called Noteworthy Resources. Someone shared with Rachel from New York Baby Wearing shared it with me this morning. They offer mental wellness, men's wellness, grief, and a casual moms meetup group is coming in January. So yeah, just a lot of interesting things. I'm going to put it in the PowerPoint later and that'll be shared online afterwards. And then you've got all of our Facebook groups. I'll say that the Mom Book Club on 518, I think, is also being run by Shannon. So, you know, just to have our hands in everything and lots of other Facebook groups. So the big concluding message is do not do this alone. Find your village, get support, fill out this attendance form if you want to just say that you were here to get the recordings afterwards, and we'll make it public all over the place after it's online or wherever we find that we can save this stuff. But I'm really appreciating everyone for being here and presenting their resource. I don't think we have too many people on that are not presenters, but if you have a participant question, or even if you are a presenter and you want to ask something to one of the other resources, feel free to go at it now. And this is our last half hour or so just for a little bit of Q&A. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to put the attendance link in the chat again. And yeah, you can just leave this slide up, Cara, because there's nothing else after it. Any questions? I'm surprised we got through all of that in 1 hour. I was thinking with we have 21 resources today, just for moms and parents and baby support. So. Thank you, everyone. Cara, if you want to stop sharing or stop recording, maybe we'll see if there's anyone that wants to talk without the recording on.